When I was in high school, I wanted to be a professional hockey player.
When I was in high school, I wanted to work in law enforcement.
Every community relies on a team of dedicated professionals who work in criminal justice and law enforcement. Serving others is at the core of this career field, and it takes a special combination of skill and commitment.
My name is Nate Smokey. I'm a deputy with the Crow Wing County Sheriff's Office.
The Crow Wing County Sheriff's Office serves the 64,000 residents of Crow Wing County from its headquarters in the county seat of Brainerd. The office employs a staff of 135 and oversees operations at the county jail as well as patrolling over 1,000 square miles, investigating crimes, and responding to citizen calls for service throughout the area.
I do not remember a time growing up where I did not want to be in law enforcement. I think everything about the job is what attracted me to it. I enjoy meeting people, I enjoy talking to people, I enjoy helping, and just giving back to a community that I grew up in. I drive around and make traffic stops and respond to calls and am out in the community during the day. We also are responsible for serving civil papers, for transporting inmates to and from court or to and from other facilities. The most rewarding part about my job is getting to help people who, more often than not, are having the worst day or one of the worst days of their life. I get to be the one that steps in and provides those services to hopefully make that day just a little bit easier or a little bit better for those people. I think the biggest thing in this career is having good people skills, being able to talk with people and being able to relate to people and being able to understand your role in assisting people when you're called to assist them.
The Sheriff's Office is organized around two primary divisions, corrections and patrol. Each division includes teams formed to handle the many duties that fall under the sheriff's responsibility. There are careers for jailers, dispatchers, investigators, support staff, and command staff, but patrol deputies are the most visible part of the organization.
I am Brent Smith. I am a patrol deputy with the Crow Wing County Sheriff's Office. As a patrol deputy, my main duties are to be out in the public, answering calls for service or 911 calls that come in. We have 1,000 square miles to cover, and much of that is rural area. I predominantly work night shifts, so I work 6 at night to 4 in the morning. You're always busy. There's always something to do, whether you're doing traffic or interacting with the public, talking on the radio. Coming out of high school, I immediately was drawn to law enforcement. I got to see a lot of the law enforcement in our community, and I always looked up to them as professionals, and it seemed like the kind of job that would keep a lot of variety. I knew I didn't want to do something that I'd be sitting in an office doing the same thing day in and day out. Working for the Sheriff's Department, I knew that it was somewhere I wanted to work. One of the bigger reasons I came to the Sheriff's Office was to be able to do multiple different things throughout a long career. We have a lot of different opportunities for advancement, whether you want to work for the Water Patrol or Recreation Division, or you want to move to be an investigator. We have the narcotics investigation, we have general investigations, sergeants, lieutenants. You can really do a variety of things, which helps to make a very long career.
Here in Minnesota, there are over 19,000 law enforcement and criminal justice jobs. And because a significant part of the current workforce is nearing retirement, demand for new recruits is higher than ever. The law enforcement career ladder starts with community service officers. Then come patrol officers or deputies. Investigators have more training and experience, and farther up the career ladder are supervisors and command staff.
I grew up here. I spent my whole life here in Crow Wing County. Was fortunate enough to get my first job in Breezy Point for the police department there. Came down to Crow Wing, and that's what's really neat. I mean, we live in these communities. We live in these cities, we visit these towns, we visit the businesses, they're part of us, and that's what makes it more personal on a lot of aspects, and that's why I think it pushes us to have more pride in what we do. We're very proud of the people that we have working here. We have exceptional staff on hand. We've got people that are truly devoted to this profession of law enforcement. And when I say law enforcement, it's not just the cars that you see pushing down the street. It's everyone that works behind the scenes, everyone that's in our jail, everyone that works in our support division. We're one big family, And just like any family, you know, we've got our good days and our bad days, but it's truly a fun place to work.
I started off as a community service officer. I worked as a correctional officer in the jail. I'm currently a patrol deputy. I someday hope to work as a narcotics investigator or even possibly a patrol sergeant.
We set very high expectations, and the cool part about it is we see it as a career. We don't just see it as a job, which oftentimes means you bring some of it home with you, but it's something to be proud of too.
There is a 2-year training program in law enforcement and criminal justice at Central Lakes College in Brainerd. If you already have an AA or BA degree, you can complete the law enforcement skills training at CLC in just 11 months. You may even be eligible for scholarships to help fund your studies.
When students graduate from Central Lakes College, they're ready to serve on the street. We are looking for students that are motivated, have a high degree of integrity, have interpersonal communication skills, both written and oral. If you're coming right out of high school, it takes 2 years to accomplish an AAS degree in criminal justice / law enforcement. You can become a police officer for the city, conservation officer, state patrol, deputy sheriff. On the licensure side, there is a shortage of police officers statewide, and so there is more jobs available than we have people to fill.
As a high school student, it is important to start preparing now for your future career. Ask your school counselor about courses and other opportunities that will help you learn more about law enforcement careers.
If you're somebody that enjoys working in that team aspect but can also work independently, you like variety in your job, you have good interpersonal communication skills, this is definitely the kind of job that you should be looking into.
For anybody interested in a career in law enforcement, I personally don't believe that there's a more rewarding job that one could possibly have.
If you like a challenge, if you like to be outside, if you like to talk to people, this could be a very good fit for you.
Choosing a career and educational path after high school is one of the most important decisions you can make. In a time of life when there are more questions than answers, the Bridges Career Academies and Workplace Connection provides information about education and career pathways and gives you the tools you need to make a smart choice, one that's right for you and right for your future. To learn more, visit bridgesconnection.org.